Well, I didn't want to. I didn't want to. Okay.
Transmission detected at 10.6396.646. Yeah, and there's someone else I'd like to involve in the case. With your...
All right, good afternoon, everybody out there. Coming live, this is the Meme Machine. You want to know who it is? You want to know what it is? He's right here in the flesh. I don't make a lot of appearances, but I'm making one for you today for all the TikTok followers that we've been getting. Why don't you make a video on TikTok and everything? Our thing is YouTube and satellite radio and iHeartRadio and sports, movies, music. We do trivia. We spin that wheel that's back over there, and we give out cash prizes, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, and Cash App. And we do this on Wednesday and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. That's where we're calling from here. So I am the mysterious Meme Machine. Been around for a long time. And for those that have never tuned in before, this is something special. I don't do it very often, especially in the middle of the afternoon. And it's about 5 o'clock Eastern time here. But I just wanted to spend a little bit of time because when fans and new followers and subscribers and people that gift and all the great people that have the fan base that we have that's forming, it is really about to blow up. This is great. And I felt the need to address everybody and let you know that there is a real person behind the Meme Machine. And I'm it. So, what exactly do we do? What is it that happens here? Who am I? Well, I'm going to answer all those questions, and we're going to give you plenty of time if you want to type in the chat. On TikTok, right now, we're only on TikTok right now. Normally, we are on many platforms all at the same time, but decided to do something just special just for my TikTok audience, which has grown by several thousand, and I wanted to say thank you for that. But first, before I even get started, if you want, I think one of the best things to do is you got to be able to know exactly what you know who you're dealing with and what's it all about, and is this for me, and is it explicit, is it sports, is it movies, is it music, what exactly, Meme Machine, what is your niche? And I figured out what our niche is, and here it is. You ready? Our niche is that we don't have one. Now, I have to pick a category. So if you pick chatting, I mean, that's fine. You could pick that. When we're on Twitch or we're on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, we're on everything. Instagram, you name it, we're on it. And I got to tell you, you have to pick a category. So it's a sports talk radio. I am a radio. I'm a satellite radio disc jockey. I'm a broadcaster. I have it for a very long time. And I'll give you a little background on myself in a little bit. We'll get to that. But in the meantime, for all you guys and gals that are out there, yep, this is exactly what a radio DJ looks like. Now, back in the day, when you're listening to the radio, whether it was satellite or even on regular AM, FM band radio, you never got to see the DJ. You only were able to hear him. But with today's technology, and I mean, especially unless there was a special video conference or something that was going on. But now with streaming and everything else that you have going on now, you have an in-depth look at what you couldn't see back in the day. And all you heard was my low, gravelly voice. And I got to tell you, man, chicks dig me. They love that voice. These are my real voice. I have a low, gravelly voice. I have for many, many years. And, well, it's very popular with the ladies. So, anyway, hey, if you got the pipes, you might as well use them. And I've used mine for probably about 27 years. That doesn't mean I'm 27, I wish. That means that I've been in the business for that amount of time. So I'll give you a little bit of background on me in a second. But what you need to know is that the Meme Machine is a live talk radio show. That's what it is. Now, we're on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You name it, we're on it. The same handle is on everything, and that's Twitch and Kick. We also do a little bit of gaming as well with Madden and with the show, which is baseball. It's at Meme Machine 973. And I'll repeat that from time to time throughout the broadcast, throughout the stream. We are not live broadcasting right now. We are live streaming right now. Our schedule is always posted. What trivia we're going to be doing, what you could win, how much you're going to win, the different subjects, whether it's going to be sports, movies, music, whatever the case may be. If you have Twitter, and a lot of people don't, but a lot of people do, millions do, it's always best to check out our Twitter feed. It's at Mean Machine, one word, Mean Machine 973. Don't forget the 973. That's our area code. And it's not my height and weight. Otherwise, I'd be called slim. 9 foot tall, 73 pounds. No. We had to distinguish ourselves between other Mean Machines that are out there. And there was a movie that was out years ago that was called The Mean Machine. So to differentiate, to make sure that you have the right person, we own Mean Machine Media. That's the LLC that owns us, which is owned by Ventalia Media Group, which owns the Mean Machine. I am the Mean Machine, so I own myself. How nice is that, right? Yeah, I get to own myself. I actually had to buy my own name back in 2004, if you could believe that. That's another story for another day, and if you guys definitely want to be able to hear that. We have a great show of what we do. Right now, this is just a little bit of background because fans have been asking me over and over and over again, can you make something on TikTok? I'm on there all the time, and and you'll really blow up if you go on there, which is not really our motivation. My motivation is to put great content together, funny, witty, interactive, whatever you want to call it. That's what I was trained to do. So we're going to have a paid internship eventually for a couple of lucky college students that are going to get a chance to work with me and my engineer and the staff. And I'm in my home studio right now. And it is Tuesday, just so that we have a timestamp on here. It is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. It's Tuesday afternoon. So I'll give you a 2 for Tuesday. Here's the first one. Mean Machine 973 at Outlook.com. If you want to drop us a line, I get emails all the time. Most of them are good and positive. And that's how you get us. And like I said, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Okay? TikTok. All of them. What did I leave out? Most likely I left a few things out, but that's all right. You get the idea. At Mean Machine 973. We even have a toll-free number, which is 833-777-MEAN. Now, it's not on now, so don't bother calling it right now. It's only activated when people call in from out of the country, from outside of the U.S., and they want to partake in trivia. Most of the time, people will just type it in the chat. But being that we have so many platforms going on at the same time, sometimes that doesn't work. And I don't want to get people that, there's some people that have cell phones. Well, there's no more roaming. You're not going to get charged if you're in the U.S. and you're calling a number. Right. But we have people that are calling from Canada, Mexico, Japan, England, Australia, Honduras, you name it. And so, which is very flattering. Because the Mean Machine just wanted to go countrywide. Well, it looks like we're going worldwide. Let me give you a little bit of background on what I am. But this is a talk radio show. This right now is a stream. I have a FCC license, which is a Federal Communications license, which is in review and renew. What does that mean? To be able to play copyrighted content, to be able to do all the different things that we do, that and have old Super Bowls on and whatever the case may be, you got to have that. So while that's in review, and when you're dealing with the government, let me tell you something. You know how fast they can be. It's like snails. So, that being said, we could also, it's legal and to be on YouTube, which we do that. And then we do some gaming on Twitch and Kick. So let me give you that schedule in a second as well. All right. The main schedule for right now is Wednesday and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, you got that? And it goes on until at least midnight or afterwards. Wednesday night is a regular, solid streaming broadcast. And that is on YouTube explicitly. That's on Wednesday. On Saturday nights, that's a big one. That's also 9 p.m. But that's when I'm on I'm on AM FM radio. It's a PSX, and that's in Jersey now. That goes out on satellite, so you don't find us on satellite. You just enter in Mean Machine 973, and you just go to our YouTube page, our channel. We just hit 1,000 subscribers on there. Very excited about that, and that was in a very short period of time. It was only a few months. It takes people years to do that. Watching our older videos, We're making some clips. We're making some reels. My full-length broadcasts, which go from 3 to 4 hours. I don't expect anybody to sit there and watch the whole thing, but hey, maybe you want to. They're pretty funny. We have surprise guests all the time that pop in. You got my cousin Vinny, because we're here in Jersey. We're in Soprano Land. You ever see The Sopranos? Right in the heart of Soprano Land. This is where I grew up, and this is where I make my home. Okay? So, that's Wednesday and Saturday nights. Saturday night is the live broadcast. So eventually we're going to be on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Apple Music. That's where the big cheesecake is. Okay? That's where the big cheesecake is. And forgive me, I have a Jersey accent, so I can't help it. This is the what the fuck are you looking at state. What do you expect, okay? And it ain't the nice machine, so I'm not going to hear you blow sunshine up your ass about, oh, it's so nice and we live in such a perfect world and everything is wonderful. I call bullshit on that, okay? It's what you make of it. Life is a state of mind. Do you understand what that means? It's your perception. People can perceive things all different ways. But life is a state of mind. So it's not just sports, movie quotes, music, pop culture. I'm also going to teach you a little bit about life. Because even though we haven't been here a long time, we're definitely here for a good time, right? And we do. We have a lot of fun. It's funny, and you can win money, and you learn something, too. God forbid, but it's going to be different. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to tell you. Now that you have our schedule down, Mondays and Thursday nights, and sometimes Friday, we're on Twitch and Kick. Me Machine 973, and it's actually me doing gameplay. I'm not a gamer, but so many people have asked me. I am a Steelers fan, as you can see from the jerseys and stuff in the background over there. But I do a theme team, and, we also do baseball. But I was going to play it anyway, so I figured, why not? It helps me release from the regular day and my regular businesses. However, the big ones are the Wednesday and the Saturday night ones. That's what you're going to want to watch. I'm just saying, unless you're into gaming or whatever, and that's fine. But if you're not, and you're into that, some people don't watch and they just listen. They're doing things, they're washing dishes, they're playing with their kids, they're doing whatever, but they're listening to me anyway. And the more that you watch our stuff on YouTube, every like I might get on different videos that we've posted in the different streams, you got to go over to Me Machine 973, and you'll see on our YouTube page, and then you hit the live tab. So you have videos, and then the next one over, or the second one over is live. And you click there, and you'll see a whole bunch of the last couple of months, at least, since March, when we restarted the channel. We've had the channel since 2012. You'll see all the different ones. So the more that you watch on there, even if it's like 10, 15, 20 minutes, you don't have to watch the whole thing. You give us a thumbs up, you drop a like on there. If you subscribe, it's even better for us. You don't have to, but we appreciate it. Smash that sub button for us. That really helps the channel grow, and it helps us do what we do. More background. If we do see $1, which it takes a while to do that, but money is not my motivation. We're going to take 50% once we do get monetized on there, which we should be soon, and that's going to go to getting us out of the red. In other words, all the money that we've been hemorrhaging out of here, my own personal money, where do you think the money comes that we pay people immediately for, when you win trivia? Where do you think that's coming from? Okay? So it's not coming from the bank. It's coming from me. I am the bank. Kind of like a monopoly. I'm the banker. I got to be the top hat, though. Anyway, until we make something on that, 50% of that is going to help us get us out of the red. But even until that time, the other 50% will be going to charity, because you have to do stuff that's good for the soul. It can't always be about money. You can't take it with you when you die, and you certainly weren't born with it. Well, some people might have been. I wasn't. But I got to tell you. And then we split that 50% between two. 25% is for the American Cancer Society, and the other 25% for the National Diabetes Association. Every charity is worth your money. It's all worthwhile. Those are the two that I chose because they're near and dear to my heart for personal reasons. So, it's a good cause. So when you buy little gifts, or you go on our Facebook page and you buy the little stars, they're cheap or whatever, and it helps, support the channel and everything. And you go to YouTube and, you watch our stuff and you hit the subscribe button or drop us likes on our videos, or just the watch time itself. Or you go on TikTok, like right now, and you go on there and you send little gifts. Or Instagram. Same thing with the stars. I'm not even sure how that shit works. All I know is that you can do it. Okay? Twitch and Kick. People subscribe, and then you also have little things that they buy, and channel emotes and little cheers and all. What I'm trying to say is that it's all. I'm not telling you that you have to do it. I'm telling you that it's going towards a good cause. I do what I do because I love doing it, and I was trained to do it, and that's what I do. So I'm going to teach you about life stuff too. That's not going to be boring, trust me, because I don't pull any punches. So if you can't handle it, it can be explicit at times. I totally understand it. You can bow out of the room right now. It's not a big deal, but life is too short for me to screw around and pretend. You got enough people that are bullshitting you in your life. You don't need the meme machine to do it too. And I won't. I'll always be straight with you guys. That's my solemn promise to God right here. I am the meme machine. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. So remember, anybody that sends gifts or does that, or you're a follower or you're a subscriber on anything, or YouTube or Twitch, it's going to a good cause. So I'm going to tell you another thing. When people are trying to figure out what they want to do, okay, well, everybody makes money streaming. That's actually not true. I will always tell you the truth. Very few people, enough where they can quit their jobs and have it sustained. And does it take a long time? Yeah. Can it be done? Of course. People do it all the time. Is it easy? Hell no. It isn't easy. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But more than that, it's actual desire. You have to have deep desire. I told you earlier, okay, that life is a state of mind. You got to look at it this way, okay? Would you do what you do, whether it's broadcasting as a hobby, or you're streaming, or you're a gamer, or whatever it is that you might do, online or not? Do you love it enough that you're good at it, or you want to get better at it, or it's something you've always wanted to do, and maybe you didn't have the time, or maybe you couldn't do it, or you were afraid to, or you were apprehensive, or what? Let's just say you're going for yours. So in my book, you're already a winner, okay? You're already a winner. Here's the key. You ready for the key to how you make money? If you're doing it, like, let's say that you're on YouTube or whatever, and you're trying to make money on TikTok or Instagram or whatever platform that you choose, one or all of them. Here is the key. All right? The key is, would you do that or anything else that you might want to do? Would you still do it if you didn't make a dime? Or would you do it for free, in other words? If you loved it enough, and that's your thing, whether it's a hobby, whether it's more than a hobby, whether that's what you want to do to retire on, whether that's what you want to do because you're a younger person, or middle-aged, or older, would you do it no matter what? Because you love it enough that you're going to do your thing without making a dime. If the answer to that is yes, then you will be successful when that kicks in. I'll rephrase this, it's just to not confuse you. If you would still do what you're doing, no matter what anyone said, even if you didn't make a dime do it, would you still continue to do it? If the answer to that is yes, then you will be successful. It's that simple. Yep, it's that simple. Do what you want to do. Don't listen to it's all noise out there. People will take time out of their own shitty lives or whatever, some of these people, right? To try to bring you down and try to tell you, oh, that you can't do that, or you're not going to be able to do it, or you're never going to make it, or that doesn't happen, or it's a pipe dream, or whatever. Fungal. Let me tell you something. If that's what you want to do, don't stop. Don't stop. Be resilient. Be relentless. Keep going. Do your thing. And don't change up. Don't change for anybody. I'm not saying you can't get better at your craft, if you want to call it that, or if you want to, hone your abilities or your skills and get better at. I mean, no, I'm not saying don't do that. You want to promote yourself and do those different things. Great, fantastic. You should act the same way if there's 2 people in the room or 2,000 people in the room. I have broadcasted for Miami Dolphins radio. I've done copy for Madden 04 and 03. I have read copy for, which means like auto commercials. I've done audiobooks. I have worked for and did copy for National Geographic, which is some boring shit, but it was a paying gig. I did commercial for Roxy's in Florida, California, New York, New Jersey, Texas, Alabama, and North Carolina. Actually, South Carolina, too. And I did all these things. So I did commercials. I was a voice actor. In other words, you see a commercial, you see an actor talking, okay, that's fine, whether it was dubbed or not. However, when you're watching a commercial, let's say it's a pizza commercial, whatever it is, and you don't actually see the person that's talking, but you're hearing the commercial and watching it on TV, well, that's what I did. Not the pizza one, I'm just saying, but that's kind of what I did. So I did it for many, many years. Okay? That was so many years that I did it. 26 years to be exact. And then I took an 11-year hiatus. I walked away from it in 2012 because it wasn't fun anymore. And once it wasn't fun and it seemed like more of a chore than something that I wanted to do, I went on and I did other things. So I didn't retire. I didn't quit. I walked away. And now I'm back. Here we are 11 years later. Because, I got to be honest with you. I went on and I'm like, like I said, it wasn't about the money. It was about watching people that had no voice, no personality. They were unfunny. They were boring. They sucked in different ways. And I'm not just saying, sometimes, by the way, if you suck at doing this, let's say this is what you do, that's a good thing. And I'll explain. Because being shitty, sucking at it, is actually a prerequisite for you getting a lot better. You have to. You're not going to go in and be great. Even when I went back, after our first one, it was an absolute disaster. The video wouldn't work, and then the next week the microphone broke, and then we had software problems, and then we had more audio issues, and then the engineer didn't show up, and shit happens, man. But you've got to be, I was taught, you keep going. So we did that first show, audio only, because you can't stop. A DJ, a broadcaster, an announcer, a streamer, a gamer, the worst thing, your kryptonite, so to speak, the worst thing that can happen to you is 2 words. Dead air. You cannot stop. Keep going. We had a picture fall off the friggin' wall when we were live, and then a lightning storm and everything was flashing and everything. It was the first night that we went on. I kept going because you have to. And it's a metaphor for life. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do this. Now, you've probably heard that before. You don't need Uncle Mean Machine to tell you this. But let me be straight with you. They're going to try to bring you down because they can't do it. So some people are jealous. Some people are just malcontents and they just want to bring... You know what? Worry about your own shit. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Because if you love doing what you're doing and you like it and it's fun for you and you feel like you can offer good content or good value to someone or give them advice, whatever the case may be, or just basically have fun. If that's what you want to do, God damn it, don't put your fate in anybody's hands except your own. Take your fate into your own hands. You will be a lot happier, whether you make money or not. And you will. If that's what you want to do, fine. But don't go in that with your motivation. That's like walking into a casino with your last $100 and saying, gee, I got to win because I got to pay my mortgage or my rent, or I got to pay for, my sex change opera, whatever you're doing with your money. You get the idea. You cannot walk in the casino saying, I can't leave until I win, because I'll tell you right now, you already lost, because that's the wrong attitude, wrong approach. Nobody goes into a casino saying, I want to lose, or that I might. I'm not saying that, obviously, but it's your mindset. It is a state of mind. Superior intellect comes from superior state of mind, and that will overcome everything. There's two undisputed, unbeatable, and undefeated champions of this world. You ready what they are? You want to know what they are? Can you guess? Probably not, but that's all right. One is Mother Nature, and 2 is Father Time. You can't fight either one, so don't even bother. My point being, do what you want to do no matter what anybody else says, because then in the end, you'll be the one that's left standing. You'll be successful. And you don't measure success by the size of your wallet. You measure it by self-worth and what you got out of it and the probative value of what your audience, your fans, whatever you want to call them, that is how you become successful. Be yourself, but you have to be you have to be different. They said you have to be different, but be yourself. Well, what the fuck? Well, which one is it? And I figured that one out a long time ago. You ready? Very simple answer to a very complex question. I'm very good at that. Here's the answer to that. If there's only one me, there's only one me machine, okay? And if I'm being myself, well, doesn't that make me different? So how the hell are you going to be different but be the same? Well, that's stupid. Let's try to understand the vocabulary and the words that we've all agreed upon. That doesn't make any sense. So be yourself is making you different. So stop letting them, people are going, oh, you don't do that. You suck at this and what. Nobody should be tougher on you than you. Think about that. Why do you need somebody else to tell you, oh, you should change this? It's constructive criticism. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. That's a veiled attempt, or passive-aggressive, I should say, attempt to give you shit about whatever you're doing. If you believe in it, man, you only go around once. Don't stop what you're doing. Don't. Go on. If pictures fall off the wall, if lightning storms happen, like was with me, 11 years pass, and you see all these people that they're making money, some are, some aren't, but they seem like they're having fun or whatever, and they don't have as good a voice as you do, Mean Machine. They don't have the following. I might not have been streaming a long time. I was a broadcaster. I did commercials. I did all those type of things. I have life experience. And you cannot put a price tag on that, and it cannot be measured in dollars, okay? That is how you become successful. As a disc jockey, as a broadcaster, as a streamer, in any walk of life. Male, female, doesn't matter. That is how you become successful. All right? Now, I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to go over some of the things that I'm talking about. And I'm not going to bore you. If you think that that's boring, fine. You want to watch someone game, there's plenty of choices. You actually want something that you could take away from this and go, holy shit, I didn't even think of that. Sometimes it takes somebody else to tell you these things. Or at least listen. Because Uncle Mean Machine here, I'm not going to let you down. And when you come into our room, into our stream, or our broadcast, it's all inclusive. Nobody's going to get chased away. I don't go for any of that bullshit of people bullying people or acting like a tough guy or all this cursing and all that kind of stuff. I'm the host, but it's your show. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. We're going to talk about what I think is important and the different values and the different things of sports and news or whatever. But eventually, if you have any sense at all, if you're doing what I do, you have to listen to what your audience wants and taper the show or the stream or the gaming, whatever it is, to what they're interested in, what's trending now, what's trending with them, what's their thoughts and feelings on different subjects. That is how you become successful on that end of it. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it does. And feel free to type in the chat if you want to ask me a question or something. That's fine. I have no problem. I'll become the answering machine for all intents and purposes. But the reason for my stream today is because I wanted to let people know that there is a person with heart and lungs, a real live person behind the Mean Machine. It's a metaphor for how I roll. I'm a train, and you should be a train too. There's only 3 things you can do with a train. A, get on the train. B, get out of the way of the train. Or C, get run over by the train. But one way or another, that train is coming through. And that train is the Mean Machine. Going to be back in about 5 minutes. I'm going to take a quick pause for the cause. And if you like what you heard so far, I got more for you. I'm going to go over the 3 columns of people, the only ones that exist if you want to be successful. And this is free advice, so take it for what it is worth. Okay? So we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Mean Machine special edition, Tuesday edition, right here on TikTok. Be right back.
Person detected at 10-369-6646. Person detected at 10-369-6646.
All right, we're back. Well, I'm back. You were already here. But anyway, what I was saying before, if you missed the earlier part of the, we'll call it a broadcast for right now. This is exclusively on TikTok, and this is the Mean Machine. So it's at Mean Machine 973. That's our handle on everything. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. You could like our videos and check everything out, especially on YouTube. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, so we're very, very excited about that. And I wanted to say thank you because, you know, it's not about pushing traffic from one site to another site or whatever the case may be. Okay, so everything that we have, follow us on Twitter. You'll find out what trivia we're going to do. You can win money. We pay right on the spot. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. See that wheel behind me over there? If you can see that. That wheel's got 12 slots on it, and 8 of them are for trivia. 5, 10, 15, and $20 questions. Sports, movies, like movie quotes, music questions, pop culture, like in general kind of questions. And then there's a couple on there. If you could stump me, you could win too. It's like a reverse trivia. We do that on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York time. And Saturday nights we are on live on AM/FM BAM radio and satellite radio, and you could catch it, the stream, right through YouTube. We also do, and that's also 9 p.m., I'm sorry, on Eastern Standard Time. Now, you can find out if you follow us on Twitter. You'll know exactly what's going on. You can follow us here on TikTok. I don't post as much on here. I did this today because I kept getting asked, Mean Machine, well, why don't you do something for the, you have a big fan base starting to form on, you went from 500 followers to like over 3,000 or whatever in just a couple of weeks. There's people that are interested in your content. They think you're funny. They love your voice. Chicks dig me. That's the way it goes. But it's inclusive. I don't care if you're male, female. If you don't like sports, you probably like music. And if you don't like that, maybe you like movies or just pop culture. We could all agree on one or all of those subjects. So why not play? It's fun. And it's not just that. We do some funny, goofy shit, too. All right? And it's fun. We have people that call in. In June, we have it set up. Beavis and Butthead are actually going to call in. I've already talked to MTV Studios and the guy that owns the stuff, which is Mike Judge. We already sent emails, and we have our agent that's going to talk to him to maybe get a 5 or 10 second spot, maybe a little bit longer if we can afford it at this point. We're going to have the actual Beavis and Butthead are going to call into the Mean Machine Talk Radio Show. You don't want to miss that because it's been a long time coming, and it's going to be funny as hell. So check us out on there. Okay, at Mean Machine 973. If you hit the subscribe button, it's free, obviously. You smash that bell, the little bell on the YouTube thing. And it will give you updates when we do go live, in case you've forgotten it's not on your refrigerator or something like that. If you can't make it on Wednesday, you make it on Saturday. You can't do that, you can watch us do gaming. I do a little bit. I'm not a gamer, but I play Madden, and I'm pretty good. We have a Steelers theme team. I am a Steeler fan. And we do that on Monday nights and Thursday nights. I might even play a little bit later on. What the hell? I go by what the audience wants, what the fan base that's forming requires, what they want, what they're interested in. Remember, if you do something like I do, if you're a broadcaster or a DJ or just a regular streamer, and there's nothing wrong with any of those things, whether you're on Twitch or Kick or whatever it is that you do, or YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Remember, you can taper the show around what you think that the people would like to talk about, to whatever content it is, and have it original, obviously. If you're doing it and there's only one you, it should be original, right? Okay. That goes without saying. But here's the thing. You have to start tapering your show, your stream, whatever you do, to what they are interested in. Your audience, what they want to see. Because without your audience, like what they say, without customers, you don't have a business. Well, without an audience, you don't have a show. Keep that in mind. This is free advice. Like I said earlier, we haven't been here a long time, but we're definitely here for a good time. And I've been successful. I've been to the top of the mountain. Worked for the Miami Dolphins, WQAM radio back in the late 90s. And I did copy. And I've done commercials that you don't even know. I actually am the voice for the CD-ROM back in 2003, 20 years ago. For that Madden commercial. It was for CD-ROM. Got replaced by... I went on to other things, and the guy, his name is Doug, actually, that he's the one that says, it's in the game. I met the guy. That's who that is. I also met John Madden back in 1991. But that's another story for another thing. You want to know more about that? Tune in on Saturday night, or actually Wednesday night. We're only on Tuesday. Duh. And I'll tell you the story about that, because it's actually kind of interesting. I'm not a small guy. I'm 6'2". Madden was like 6'4", 6'5". I mean, he was just a giant. I looked like a midget, like his kid next to him or something like that. Actually, his kids are freaking monsters. But in any event, that was a long time ago. I was a young kid. And it's not just the fan base for the Steelers. Like, obviously, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers, American football fan, whatever you want to call it, and a Yankees fan for baseball. But I got to tell you, I don't care what sport you like. I don't care what team you like. Not that I don't care, but it's okay. This is a show that's inclusive. I don't care what sport or movies you like, or the only thing we don't do is we don't do politics and we don't do religion, because those are controversial subjects, and who needs the aggravation in this day and age? People will argue over an ice cream cone or a stick on the road. I mean, can you imagine if we had to cover that? And then you end up isolating people. Don't do that to yourself. Take my advice on this. Keep it inclusive. I don't care if you're male or female, or you identify as a Dixie cup. I don't care. This is a show, and it's a broadcast where people can call in, or you go in the chat, and you can talk directly to me. I don't think that I'm high and mighty or whatever. Oh, I've signed autographs, I've done this and that, and I've been popular, I've been a public figure, all these things, so I'm above that. No. Hey, you want to talk to me directly? 833-777-MEAN, M-E-A-N. That's on Saturday nights. We have a toll-free number for people that call outside of the U.S. that want to talk to me, want to be live on the show, or they just want to ask me a question, but they're calling from outside of the U.S. That way they don't get charged. If you're in the U.S. and you're calling your cell phone, you could, but it kind of clogs up the lines for them. So try to be, try to be nice, try to be considerate of that, and just type in the chat, whether it be YouTube or TikTok eventually, that kind of thing. That's what you should do. Remember, we're all human beings at the end of the day, and I'll tell you what, we don't do politics and everything, but I got to say this one thing, and I think a lot of you would hopefully agree with this. If people in any walk of life or whatever realm you want to talk about, just life in general, people that you think that you're going to hate or you despise or you're predisposed to not liking, or, I'm not going to put up with this and I'm not going to talk to that one, or I'm not going to follow that. Here's the thing. Sometimes, maybe, just maybe, if you heard people out, give them a chance to speak, and then they give you a chance to speak, you might surprise yourself. You might have more in common with that person that you automatically took one glance and said, and then you wrote them off like that. Give people a chance to talk. Find out what their thoughts and feelings are on certain subjects, where they really stand with certain things, if that's your thing to do. You might surprise yourself, and it might be a really nice surprise, because there's a lot of common ground. Sometimes people make compromises, That's part of life. Remember that. Because you only go around this crazy world once. I don't care what your certain proclivities are, what you believe and not believe in. That doesn't mean shit to me. And it shouldn't to you. Don't hide that. Hold yourself in the highest regard. Because self-respect is how you are able to get it. The old adage goes, it's an old Italian proverb. And it says, those who want respect, give respect. And that translates to however you want to do it. It's not just us, it's not just Italians. Okay? It transcends anything that you might think or feel about anything. If you just give people respect and you get it back. Remember the golden rule, do unto others as you have done them do unto you. It might be an old saying, but it definitely has relevance, especially in today's society, today's world. It's not all bad, people. It seems that way sometimes, but it isn't. Life is a state of mind. So take for what I'm saying for what it's worth. Listen. Listen to your Uncle Mean Machine, okay? Hey. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm giving you free advice. This is how you become successful. So I did promise you, because we're not going to stay on much longer, and I'll do another TikTok exclusive video, whatever. This was kind of like a meet and greet. At Mean Machine 973. YouTube, follow us on Twitter, all of them. Instagram, we're on all that. The main one is YouTube. And we are on, when you want to be part of a live broadcast on the radio, well, you would have to do that on Saturday nights, and we open up the floor. Nobody gets shut out, nobody gets bullied, everybody's opinion counts, and just don't tug on Superman's cape, and that's me. Don't do that. You know what? People will take you more seriously if you show them respect. It should be a two-way street, not all on one, or how much money. Your success is not measured by your size of your wallet. It's by the content of your character. You remember who said that, right? You want to talk about content? How about the content of your character? Let's start there and work your way down from there. Or up from there. All right? So I did promise you the 3 columns of people, and I'll end with that. The only 3 columns of people, groups, if you will, that are hinged on you being successful as a streamer, a broadcaster, you know what, just about anything. You could be a salesman, you could work at the mall, it doesn't matter. These are the only 3 groups that all the years of my experience are the only ones that really count. You ready? And listen, because this is important. Column A are the people that have no idea that you exist in this universe. They have no idea who you are, where you're from, what you do, how you carry yourself, your past, your present, or your future. They have no idea that you exist. That's column A. Column B are the people that do know who you are. And they know you exist. And they understand what you do or what you're all about. And they just don't give a shit. It's not their cup of tea. It does not twirl their beanie. To each his own. You know what? That's fine. You know what I mean? That's great. Not everybody's into talk radio or sports or movies or music or streaming or online or, I have my own Discord. But some people just don't give a rat's ass about that stuff. You know what I mean? And a lot of people do. There's millions that do and millions that don't. That's fine. Keep that in mind. Column A are the people that don't know that you exist. And column B are the people that do know you exist and don't really care for it. Then there's column C. There's only 3. Okay? The third column is column C. And this is the greatest one of all. You ready? Column C is blank. Column C is blank. You want to know why? Can you guess? Let me help you out. I'll give you the answer. Because it's the only one that you really, for all intents and purposes, have control over. Okay? Let me explain. You take the people from column A that have no idea who you are, and the column B of people who don't care who you are or what you do. You morph them, you mold them, and you put them into column C. And that is how you become successful on the air, as a streamer, in any walk of life. That is how you get customers. That's how you get subscribers. That's how you get vision of different things that you're going to do for content. That's how you put together your show or your stream or whatever it is that you do. If you look at it that way, you're already a winner. Think about what I'm telling you, because this is life experience. Okay? I'll repeat it. Column A, the people that don't know who you are. Column B, the people that don't care who you are. And then there's column C that's blank, that you take people from A and B and put into there. And that is your audience. You're not going to get everybody. You're not everybody's cup of tea. Neither am I. Jesus Christ, with a name like the Meme Machine, you think I'm going to appeal to everybody? No, of course not. But it's not what you think. Column C, you got to take those people from A and B and put them into there. And let the audience, this is key, this is paramount, let that audience come to you. You could promote, you can do what I do, and I run ads and I do promotions, and I do, you know, we're going to be doing an internship for a couple of lucky people, and they can put that on their resume, and then we get the help and they get the experience, and then eventually they get a piece of the show. That's all coming down the pike this summer. But remember what I'm telling you right now on May 23rd, 2023. It's a Tuesday afternoon. I've said this before, and if you want to go into more detail, watch some of our live streams or live recordings or our live broadcasts that are on our YouTube channel. Remember, Meme Machine 973. Follow us on Twitter. Check us out. Like us. Like some of our videos. Check them out on YouTube. We post stuff on Instagram and Facebook, and we do some little things here and there on TikTok or whatever. You know what I mean? But that's our main concentration. All right, it's not just trivia with sports and everything. Sometimes it's life lessons, but not to get it too hot and heavy. Just keep in mind, I'm trying to help you. I don't get paid a dime for telling you what I'm telling you. This is free advice. I wish somebody would have told me years ago when I became a DJ. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to be someone. Some people are great at what they do, and they don't like being in the public eye. Let me tell you something. It's no walk in the park. It's not a cakewalk. It is no picnic or anything else that you want to call it. It is not easy, because if you hold any kind of privacy in your life near and dear to your heart, it's difficult when you're a public figure. And I've been one, and I'll become one again. And it's really not as glamorous as you might think, that part of it anyway. So keep that in mind. Take column people from column A that don't know who you are, column B who don't care who you are. Make your own column C with those people and try to morph them into there. You don't go out and get your audience. You be yourself. Do what you do the best way that you know how, and they will come to you. And that's your column C, folks. I wanted to thank everybody that did watch today, because, yeah, I mean, some people listen just because they like my voice, or they go on our YouTube channel all the time, and we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Very, very happy about that. But money is not what motivates me. We give away 50% of whatever we do make when we start making it. We're making a little bit, not too much. Believe me, it doesn't cover the thousands of dollars that I put into my home studio, advertising, hiring people to do this or that. We need an editor right now. Anybody wants to reach out to us, you could DM us. There's direct message us on Twitter, Meme Machine 973. We need someone that does editing. We need somebody that understands emotes and panels and all that kind of crap that I have no patience to do. Someone that knows OBS and or Streamlabs to help us take over our Twitch and our Kick accounts, someone basically that I would have to trust with my entire family's livelihood and be able to go into and run our social platforms. Of course, nobody does it for free. We get paid weekly. But if there's somebody out there, and you've got to be trustworthy and you have to have a little bit of a following. I don't care if you're like some kind of madman. And that kind of ties in to the internship. We're going to give out 2 of them for internships for one lucky guy, one lucky girl. U.S. only. Sorry, it has to be that way. But it can be remote because you're going to be helping and doing different things that's required for our broadcast, for our show, talk radio, and that kind of thing. So you're going to have that on your resume, and it's great. And then eventually you get a piece of whatever we make down the road. You got to pay your dues, just like I did. Okay? When I worked for the Miami Dolphins, they didn't just go in and start paying me. I had to go get people coffee and run and do shit and go get gas in my car. And believe me, interns and go, they go for this and go for that, and then they become a honey-do list. Honey-do this, honey-do that. You know how shit works in life. Pay your dues. I did. You have to. But once you do, the sky's the limit. So take it from your Uncle Meme Machine here. Stop by. Check us out tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Meme Machine 973. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, obviously TikTok. That's what we're doing right now. And you come and hang out with us. I guarantee we'll grow on you. And I'll tell you what, I appreciate all our new followers, our subscribers, the people that have bought little gifts and everything. It all goes, 50% of it goes to charity. So you're doing something that's good for the soul. Can't put a price tag on that. I believe that that's the right thing to do. And if you feel like I do, then stop by, because you're going to like the show. And it's fun. And you can win money. What's better than leaving, having a sense of fulfillment, saying, you know what, this is pretty cool, and I will watch this guy and talk to him, and he's got different guests, and he's spinning the wheel, and he's acting like a lunatic and shit. And I love movie quotes, and I love music, and all different types of music, except country music. I'm not really into it. I tried that shit, and I'd rather throw up in my own mouth than to listen to country music. But that's just me. Okay? I'm okay with everything, classic rock, 70s, 80s, 90s, dance, disco, top 40, like I said, some rap, whatever. I'm a classic rock guy, but you know what? I like all types. You have to be able to blend and mold yourself and morph yourself into what the audience wants from you. I'm just the bus driver. I'm the vehicle that gets you where you want to go. So in essence, it's really your show. I'm just a host. The show will go wherever you want to take it, not me, you guys. So thank you so much. The new subscribers, the new followers, the people that we have now mean the world to me. The people that we haven't gotten yet that will be, even more. I love all you guys. It's really good. You know what? Be a humanitarian. That doesn't make you any less of a man. I don't care what anyone tells you. It makes you more of a man. Open doors for people. Pull out chairs for people. Say excuse me, please, and thank you. This is what I taught my kids. And I'm sure you do that too. And you have that in you as well. A little bit of kindness goes a lot farther. You know the old saying, you get a lot farther with honey than you do with vinegar. Or don't. But if you want to feel better about yourself, help somebody, pay it forward. You'll feel good, and you'll be a better person for it. What could be better than that? Nothing tops that, right? Hand to God. Thank you very much. This is the Meme Machine live from the great state of New Jersey. Soprano Land, if you will. North Jersey. That's what the 973 is. Follow us on Twitter. Check out our broadcast tomorrow night. Thank you for watching. Take care. Say a prayer. Comb your hair. We'll see you there. Peace with chicken grease. Out. Good night.